Hello people, welcome back to Go Sleep MMA. In this one, we're talking this weekend's card, UFC 303 main card predictions. We got a pretty decent main card. It's been shuffled around a lot. Originally, Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler with, Jamal Hill with Khalil Roundtree as the co-main event. And now, as you see on screen, it's completely different. We have the card headlined, on short notice, mind you, by Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prochazka, the rematch from their fight in, I believe it was November of last year. It could have been, December was the Leon card. November of last year. And the new co-main event, Brian Ortega, Diego Lopez, featherweight fight, absolute banger, love it. Anthony Smith taking on the middleweight Roman Dolidze. Mayra Bueno Silva coming back after her championship loss to fight Macy Chasson. And Ian the Vegan Magato Cherry comes back to fight MVP. So let's get going and start on predictions for this card, I should say. I'm stumbling over my words a bit today. So for the first fight, I'm actually going to take MVP to break the perfect streak of Ian Machado Gary. I think it's going to be a kickboxing match. Ian Gary does have a bit of grappling, but I don't think he's going to go to it overly. And as long as MVP can stay out of the clinch with Ian Machado Gary, I think Ian Machado Gary is going to be a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger, and just a little bit better in the clinch. If he can stay out of the clinch and keep it a point fighting striking match, I think his entrances and his blitz style and his karate, just unorthodox striking is going to be a little bit too much for Ian Machado Gary to handle. Now, but this also could be the fraud check of MVP, the can crush, showing that he's a can crusher. But I'm going to go out on a whim here. I believe he's the underdog, and I'm going to take MVP. And I think he's going to chin him. I'm going to take 29-28 decision. I think Ian Gary, despite looking like he wouldn't, I think he has a pretty decent chin. So I'm going to take MVP by a decision. Moving up on the card, I don't know why this isn't either opening the main card or down on the prelims instead of like the Joe Pyfer, Marc-Andre Barriault fight, but I think Mayra Bueno Silva is going to smudge Macy Chasson into the mat for 3 rounds to win a 30-27 or 29-28 decision. Probably a pretty boring fight. I'm not trying to be a hater because it's WMMA or anything, but these are two not overly exciting WMMA fighters coming into this matchup. And Mayra Bueno Silva looked terrible in her title fight against Raquel Pennington, and Raquel Pennington sucks. So yeah, gonna be a boring one, I think, but I'll take Mayra Bueno Silva by a 30-27 decision. Moving up on the card, Anthony Smith takes on middleweight Roman Dolidze. I'm gonna take Anthony Smith to just be the bigger man. He's gritty, he's tough. I don't think Dolidze is gonna chin him. It could happen, but I think coming in on short notice just is going to bring the inner dog out of Anthony Smith. He just coming off that win that no one thought he was going to get at 301, guillotining, who was it, Vitor Petrino, I think. So Anthony Smith, hopefully he's going to get a little bit more of a win streak going right now. And yeah, I'm going to take him to beat Roman Dolidze by I'm going to go third round KO. Third round KO for Anthony Smith, getting him another win streak. Moving up to the co-main event, the fight I'm kind of looking the most forward to, but the top 2 fights in this card I'm just immensely looking forward to, even on short notice, even though I know it could have been set up better. But, injuries happen, pullouts happen, it is what it is. But moving up, we got Brian Ortega taking on Diego Lopez. I think Diego Lopez is going to crack the chin of Brian Ortega. And I know that he has been TKO'd, I think twice, but he got doctor stoppaged against Max, I think it was, and then he got his shoulder torn apart by Yair. So he hasn't really been knocked out clean, and I think in the clinch, similar to like a Sadiq Youssef situation maybe, I think Diego Lopez is going to rip shots, catch him on the chin, put him out, and finish him with ground and pound. Honestly, pretty similar to his fight at UFC 300. And this is where we're going to see, obviously Diego Lopez break into the top 5 and become like right up there in the title picture. Now, of course, there's still Ilya Volk and Ilya Max that has to happen, but that would put Diego Lopez right up there for maybe like a future number 1 contender fight. If you don't, maybe even this one puts him just in line for a title shot. But I think he maybe needs one more win. Maybe a rematch with Movsar Evloev. Moving up on the card, the main event of UFC 303, the rematch, Jiri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira. I'm gonna play it safe here. I think Alex Pereira gets it done. I think Jiri's just not defensively responsible enough. I think Jiri might take the first round, maybe the first 2. Now, the longer the fight goes, it does benefit Jiri. We know that Yuri's a warrior. He has a pretty good chin. Now, he did get chinned by Alex Pereira back in November on the 296 card or 295 card. But it was a little bit of an early stoppage. Now, he probably would have been finished anyways. But I am going to take Alex Pereira by a second or third round KO. Catch him coming in with another hook, similar to the last fight. And I think he does it clean this time. I don't think he has to finish with the elbows or anything. I know I said Jiri has a good chin, and he could get this done. I want him to get it done. I'm rooting for Jiri to get it done. But I think Alex Pereira is just in his prime, even though he's getting a little bit older, and I think he's just on another level at the moment. And he's going to connect on the chin of Jiri, left hook, knock him out cold, and still Alex Pereira. Now, let me know what you guys think of the main card of this fight card. Let me know who you predict for all the fights in the comments. Subscribe if you love all things MMA, and thank you guys so much for watching. Now, go sleep.